the guy who hosts it, and he's been there since its inception, which is, was it 4 years or more? 4 years?
7.
No, it's not 7, is it?
2003.
Already? Oh, my God. You know, whenever you say that, you always are wrong. It's always longer than you think. My God,
time flies when you're having fun.
7 years already. God bless you. Rich Eisen, the host of it from day one. And what is your, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
What is your plan for Super Sunday?
It is to go on the air, not 5 a.m., but it is an 8.5-hour pregame show.
8.5?
Yeah.
Are you doing the whole thing?
No,
how
not
many
all
hours
of
you
them.
doing?
So some of it's going to be at South Beach, and a lot of it's going to be at the stadium, and then it's going to finish up at South Beach because we have to get off the field at a certain time.
Do you have to give? You have to get away to CBS to give them free access at any time, or not really?
What do you mean free access?
I mean, do you have to like get out of the way and let them have a couple hours?
Yes, that has to happen.
I figure it's fair. You know, at a certain point.
At a certain point.
Yeah.
But I think we will go up to a certain time.
Probably 3 or 4, probably, right?
On the field, and then we're going to keep going.
Oh, okay. So you'll go right up until kickoff off the field.
I don't know about that,
right?
Because I know I get off the field, and at that point, you could probably.
So you do a show from inside the stadium, though?
Yes, absolutely.
You're the only one inside the stadium other than CBS.
It'll be me, and it'll be the NFL Game Day morning crew: Falk, Mariucci, Sapp, and Michael Irvin, and Dion will be on the side set. With several guests.
All right. Anything special planned this week that we should be looking for?
Well,
know about?
The 2010 Canton class will be announced on NFL Network.
Class,
yes, as we have done in the past. Though we're making a show out of it this time around. It's not just going to be a straight press conference. There will be a press conference aspect to it, but it's going to be a 2-hour whole hoo-ha with me and Michael Irvin and Rod Woodson and Steve Young. It's going to be part of it as well. But we will. And it's not going to be like drawing out the drama into the second hour, but. And you
have a couple automatics this year. You got a couple of givens with Emmett and Jerry Rice.
I think Tim Brown should be an automatic.
Yeah, I mean, I forgot who was. I forgot looking at the final list. I don't even remember who's on it. But those two are first timers who are solid gold locks. Or Emmett and Jerry. I don't. A lot of people. There's a lot of sentiment for Chris Carter. I don't know if he gets in this year or not.
Well, he has waited. It's his third crack at it now, and the other guy who's up for it for the first time is Tim Brown, and his numbers are
Tim Brown
off the charts, and he's also a return man too. So his total yards. I
could see Tim. Tim Brown's. Problem is Jerry and Emmett, but I could see. I don't have a problem with Chris Carter. I don't have a problem with Tim Brown. I don't have a problem with either one of them.
And I think both of the senior committee suggestions are going to get the
Who
green
are they
light.
this year?
Floyd Little.
Oh yeah, I like Floyd. I was a big Floyd Little fan.
And Dick LeBeau. I mean, Dick LeBeau is
no question.
I think is a no question.
I don't have any issue with any of that. So
it's really going to be three spots available after Rice and Emmett and those two guys for 13 guys to try to play that music.
And like in baseball where you get those storied classes, this is kind of when you have Rice and Emmett who are, Emmett's an all-time record holder. Rice is an all-time record holder. Rice is one of the. You can make a case one of the 5 best players of all time. I mean,
or the best.
Yeah, you could make I mean, some people would probably want to go with the quarterback or maybe a defensive player, but I do agree that he's one of the great players of all time, no question. Yeah,
and
best at his position without any question. No one would even dispute it.
No, there's no dispute about that. And tomorrow I've got DeMaurice Smith coming on the network.
Yeah, we did a lot. I did 45 minutes with him today.
What did he say?
Well, the most interesting part of it was obviously he outlined that they are not the aggressor here. And the league is, that they basically would take status quo. The league wants give-backs. They're happy with where they are in life, and they know this time that the owners are aggressive. But the biggest thing that I got out of them outside of, where they're obviously with their public stances, they are going to, as a union, and implore the owners to do something for the older players and the indigent players. And he says, we're not walking away from that commitment. I have a big responsibility, and my players do, and we will honor that commitment to those players. And I've never – that's a complete turnaround from where Gene Upshaw was, who amazingly was a great player and acted like he never knew the guys.
It was sort of odd.
Was very odd. Sure. That was very strange.
But I think he's going to find a willing partner in the National Football League.
I would hope so,
like that as well. Oh, absolutely. There's no doubt about that. The question is the give-backs. And
I don't think they'll get an agreement this year. You know why? They don't have to.
Well, I think the owners don't. I think the players do, though, because there's a lot of guys for
200.
There's a lot of guys who will not be.
He said 200.
It's over 200, and a lot of those guys. You'd be surprised, Mike, how few of those guys know what's coming their way.
I agree with that. I do agree with that, but I don't think they'll get it because I think this year the owners will play enormous hardball, and they'd have to give up too much. So I think they're going to have to swallow this pill. and have an uncapped year. I don't see any way around it because I don't think the owners will budge right now.
Right.
I think they'd have to roll over right now, and I don't see them rolling over.
Well, if that happens, obviously, just speaking to the local audience, the Jets would not be able to pursue a free agent until they lose one.
Correct.
And the New England Patriots don't have that.
And the Redskins can sign everybody inside, which they will try to do.
Well, they do that anyway.
But they will really. I mean, they could really break the bank.
It'll be like a sailor on shore leave.
Yeah. It'll be like, that old show, Supermarket Sweep, where they used to
they run through. Yeah, they got 90 seconds.
They sent Shanahan right through the league with a basket, and he just threw every player in the basket. In
the 90 seconds he has. Yeah,
so
exactly.
You could see that this year. So you're right, but my feeling has always been, Rich, through the years. We're talking with Rich Eisen of the NFL Network, that usually until they have to move, these two big bodies don't move. Inertia doesn't move them until
it's an 11th hour league. The last time it got done at the 12th hour, pretty much.
You would think they both would realize there's no stomach for it in the country. But the economy's so bad.
I think they've got to realize that. And also, I mean, the numbers this past championship Sunday.
Oh, my God. The NFL has been golden.
When you're supposed to have so many different options in your 500-channel cable universe.
It's ridiculous.
And it's the highest-rated AFC championship game since the mid-'80s. Oh. And then the Favre versus the Saints is the most-watched program that's not a Super Bowl since the Seinfeld finale.
Hey, you're talking about this year the best ratings from soup to nuts since week 3. That they've had in 20 years.
And I think this is going to be the highest-rated Super Bowl. I think it's definitely going to shatter records.
And I think part of that is the economy. I think people are taking free entertainment and running with it. I think that is part of where America is.